This is a Disaster Central special report. My name is David Vela, reporting in from Houston, Texas, coming on the air with developing news. A special report: Chile on fire, uh, catastrophic damage, untold amounts of damage happening in Chile, particularly near Concepción, where wildfires um, are targeting areas in Concepción. Concepcion could fall to wildfires at any moment if the wildfires do not stop shortly. My name is David Vela, reporting in from Houston, Texas, and I am also now joined by Mike, who is coming from Ohio, I believe. Um, Mike, how are we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing fine. Thank you for asking. So, let's quickly get started with what we know so far. We know that multiple wildfires have been burning in Chile since about a few days ago. We know that right now around 21,500 acres have been confirmed to have been burnt as of 12 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We do not know what the containment levels are, but we are told that they are still spreading at a rapid pace. At least 16 people have been killed uh, in these wildfires, and there's not much rain expected over the next week. So these fires will continue. It could continue to spread rapidly. You're looking at live satellite pictures being given to us by WeatherWise. You can see Concepcion is over here. All of this is smoke. All of this gray or really kind of brownish coloring over the green and the blue. This is all smoke, and you can see smoke is just billowing all over the coastline from Concepcion all the way up to Curanipe. Um, the town of Dichato is also being pretty much swallowed up by smoke as well. We've heard reports that air quality levels, are very poor right now. Uh, I mean, Mike, is there any update, any news on what's going on? Potentially, any places or any evacuation orders that are being issued?
Uh, I do know that they issued an evacuation order for some areas of forced more than 50,000 to evacuate the immediate area. And also I wanted to also point out that over the course of the day today, I did start to see some new areas that are starting to burn too. There are a lot of new little pop-ups throughout the region that are starting to burn pretty strongly now too, and we'll see that wildfire activity will start to intensify as the sun sets. So that's not really good at all.
We understand that I believe a prison near Concepcion is also under threat of being consumed by the wildfires. Is that true? And if so, would you be able to give us a time estimate on how long it would take for those fires to reach that prison?
Uh, yes. Give me 1 second.
All right. And obviously, this isn't the only fire cluster in Chile. We're seeing other ones here as well. A wildfire has also started up in Iapel, in Chile as well. Multiple others just starting off in South America. There's been multiple wildfires uh, just within this area of South America. But the biggest one and the most concerning one has been near Concepcion, and has been near Chillán, where these wildfires are spreading rapidly and are expected to spread even faster as we go into the nighttime hours, into the evening nighttime hours of the day. So big stuff going on right now. We know again, 16 people have been killed already as a result of these wildfires. Dozens, if not hundreds, of homes have already been destroyed from these insinuating wildfires. Uh, I think Chilean media was also reporting that or Chilean meteorologists were reporting that um, there isn't going to be much rainfall coming in soon. We're also getting reported that there's a new forest fire now as of 6:30 p.m. in Chile. Uh, Reports of a new forest fire near San Fernando in Fundo San Hernan. This is a couple of miles just towards the north of Concepcion. We're also getting reports that neighbors in Ranquil are reporting reactivations or reignitions of fires in San Juan del Bularco. This is, again, very much worrying for many reasons. If we're trying to, let me see if I'm able to find these areas. Uh, this is Rajuil Alto. This is where some of the fires have also started to be reported. But again, nonetheless, these fires are starting to form and they're rapidly spreading at such fast speeds that firefighters are being overwhelmed within the area. And unless Mike,
I would
okay,
I would I I would estimate that the fire from the prison is about 2 to 3,000 feet away. I mean, if it continues to go in the direction of the prison, it probably will reach the prison maybe within like an hour or two, honestly.
right, and evacuations are also
Um,
being ordered.
yeah, there's a video of the prison, and you can see that the smoke columns from the wildfire, they're very close by, and reportedly that wildfire, that specific wildfire, is quote totally out of control, as in there is no suppression of it. It is burning wildly with no firefighter activity trying to suppress it. So it's completely out of control, basically.
Right, and obviously, sorry about that. Obviously, that's not good news at all. This particular prison, do we know if it's for? Do we know if it's for just general crimes or if it's for more high-profile crimes? Because there's also
Um,
there would be a. I would assume that there would be a different way of evacuations depending on what specifically the use of prison, what specifically the use of that prison is for.
it does not specify.
Okay, so we probably won't know. And let me just quickly show you what this looks like on satellite. Um, so as we zoom in, or as we zoom out into Earth, into where we're looking at, you can see pretty much this huge column of smoke. And actually, I think it might be worth it if I start drawing this. You can see where the fire is at right here in that red, and you can see that huge column of smoke that is heading that is pretty much encircling from all from the trade winds, and it's gonna continue to spread. Um, Unfortunately, it's gonna continue to spread, and there's not much else to be noted about that. I mean, look, these fires have been spreading for at least a few days, I think, um, if not longer. More specifically, Concepcion has been the target of these wildfires for a bit, and you can really tell where these fires are at, just based on what the uh, what the deal is here. You can see there's a fire here, something out here as well, based on that smoke signature, uh, and you can. I mean, there's many more fires to be reported. I'm pretty sure there's more that are continuing and will continue to open up and spread, but for now, this is
Uh,
the main story. So
David, there's a live view of the wildfire if you want to pull it up
let's see.
from a Chilean account. I can send it to you.
Please do.
Look in the channel.
Can you just pull up the? I don't think I can access X through my computer right now.
Okay. Would you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, I think we can just work with that
Okay, alright.
quickly. Search that out. Make sure you mute it. Don't need
Yep, yep, I muted it.
Okay. And just keep that up for a bit. Here we go. We are looking at a live view of the wildfires right now in Chile.
It says that this is in the Tome in the region of Biobío.
Right, and you can see here, this is live, I think. Yep, this is live. And you can see really just how impressive that smoke tower is. That is a whole lot of whole lot of fires that are going on simultaneously, and you can really tell which one is the main one because you can see just how intense the smoke is compared to the others. Um, do we know of any? Do we know of any homes being burned? Or well, obviously we know that some homes have been burned. Do we know what the extent of that number is, though?
No.
No. So I've seen some.
From what I saw, sorry, from what I saw, I would say several dozen, though, from what
Yes,
I've seen.
agreed. So from what I've seen from some of the pictures that were sent through Reuters and through the AP, the number of homes being burned looks considerably big, and you can see just it's impressive, really is how huge these fires are, how massive the wildfire is. Um, it's simultaneous. It's multiple simultaneous fires at once, but it's all cumulatively collecting itself to be this huge mega cluster of fires. And I think we saw something similar to this in California last year during the Palisades fire. A lot of these fires started off individually, but they started combining because of those Santa Ana winds. And we're kind of seeing something similar to this in Chile. But um, would you say that the winds here are stronger now than they were in California, or would you say that it's practically right about the same?
I think right now, I think the winds are less strong than they were in California. I did see a video when it was still nighttime where the winds were blowing very strongly, but I think so. I think now the winds have calmed down, but what doesn't really help is the fact that the temperature there, they're expecting the temperature to soar beyond or above 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 37.7 Celsius. They're expecting temperatures to soar above that through Sunday and Monday. And yeah, clearly that's not good. The vegetation is probably super dry, very easy to catch on fire, and yeah, so it's a lot of fuel for these fires to use.
Yes, and it's I mean it's we talk about fires in the U.S. and I think while it's fair to it's fair to compare them. There's It's opportunistic essentially. Uh, it's very scary what's going on to make that such comparisons like that. Uh, especially in terms of you know, just how much is under threat. In California California just there was a lot of animosity towards the idea that you know, the wildfires were spreading in such a huge city, but Palisades isn't necessarily as big as if the wildfire was heading towards Concepcion. Um, Concepcion is a significantly huge. It's a huge town, coastal town as well. These winds are expected to increase overnight to gusts of around 55 to 60 miles per hour. There was a report from a weather station in near Concepcion that was suggesting that there was winds of up to, or there was a wind gust of 120 miles per hour at some point. So that's a wind gust there, and this was also around the time where just the winds were incredibly strong. Right now, the winds are not as strong as they were during the first opening days, but tonight's winds are expected to be very strong, and this will only accelerate the speed at which the wildfires are moving at. Um, it's Chile has declared. I think Chile has already declared a state of disaster or state of catastrophe um,
Yes.
for these specific regions within Chile. But I'm looking at reports right now as we speak. I'm looking at some reports right now through uh, my phone and also through multiple other sources that I'm familiar with, and um, new fires are still opening up. There's new fires again that are opening up within pretty much all over this region. So things are beginning to get a little worrying. Uh, Los Angeles, which is a town in Chile. Um, Let me quickly get off this screen share real quick, and then let me just switch it to um, weather-wise really quickly. Bear with me. So, this is what we're talking about right now. So, let me quickly get rid of these drawings. We are Okay, here we go. We are there. Let me get rid of all these drawings. So this is Los Angeles, right? And if we zoom in, it's a relatively small town. Uh, Not a lot specifically to offer. There's not much to offer within these areas, but um, there's a wildfire being reported. And let me just quickly draw that for you. Uh, there's a wildfire being reported right here. Uh, Near Santa Amelia, and there's also another one being reported just north over here near Milantu. Milantu, it has had a very notable record of wildfires in its history. If I zoom out really quickly and just show you what this, sorry about that. If I zoom out really quickly and show you just what this region looks like, um, I'll be able to get you a clearer picture. So just quickly draw again. Wildfire near Santa Fe. Um, Also another wildfire way up over here, and multiple wildfires that are surrounding Concepción. So let me quickly freeze this, and then let me quickly take you up here to Concepción, and let me just show you how huge these wildfires are. And these are based on satellite heat signatures. So these aren't going to necessarily be as accurate, but this gives you a really detailed description. So all over this area, uh, wildfires, heat signatures over here near Perales, other heat signatures here near Chile, other heat signatures around here. Also ones here in Nipas or in Nipas. Um, Huge areas, huge sectors of wildfire that is just happening actively as we speak. Um, this is huge. There's not much else to describe it. This is all wildfire here. Um, Question coming in: does Chile get wildfires? Does Chile commonly
Yes.
get wildfires? Yes, they do.
I would say yes. During the summertime there, yes, they do.
Right. So yeah, during the summertime, very common. And this is summer. It is summer for them right now. It is they're in the southern hemisphere, so it is summer for them. During our winter, there's summer. So, um, comment coming in. I think that the death toll will be higher than 16. Hopefully not. But there is a scenario. There is a scenario in which um, that toll does unfortunately go up. So
They did just issue a new evacuation warning for the commune of Chaimavida.
right. So yeah. Again,
So
multiple evacuation orders happening within the area. Uh, Let me quickly take care of this problem.
Yes. So far from what we've known, 15, 16 people died. I think the majority of people who died are from the Biobío region, I believe, from that specific province. I think one was from the province of Ñuble or whatever. I think that's how you pronounce
Yes,
it.
I
I'm not
think so
sure.
too.
But that's what the current toll is at, but they did expect the toll to rise further.
Yeah, and I'm looking at some of the towns here that are coming in, or some of the neighborhoods that are coming in. And yeah, this wildfire sector, these heat signatures are really reminiscent of some of the photos that Reuters were sending. Uh, Villa Italia, there's pictures of that being completely burned, um, or some portions of it being burned near Benco as well. Uh, there isn't much in terms of the city of Concepcion right now. That's going to very much change as we hit or as we continue um, over the preceding days.
Uh, the the town of the town of Lirken, I think they got burned very badly. I think a lot of buildings there got burned, and because of how badly they were affected, they issued a curfew. Curfew is going to begin, is actually extended, is already in force, and it will be extended until further notice, according to one source.
Yeah, and um, which town was it?
Lirken, like Lirquen.
Quickly pull that up. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. This is Lirken. This is another area that has been badly affected by wildfires, like really badly affected by wildfires. Um, this is a very small town. Let me just make sure. What state is this in?
Uh, Bio, I think, is it not? Yeah, Bio, I
Yeah,
think.
Lirken.
Yeah, Lirken, yeah.
Uh, don't see it when I'm searching it up, but I'm just gonna assume that it's true.
It's an area north of Penco.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, this is it. So thank God for this. We have 3D scans, and pretty much with this super cool thing, we can just show you where the homes are at specifically. Um, so within this area, there's a photo circulating around from the AP. I think this photo was taken on the northern part of the town, but the camera position was probably around here on these side roads, but it shows the extent of the damage. Um, from this angle, it was able to catch at least these portions being burnt, or at least being charred. I don't know about anything else. I mean, I know that there was some smoke coming in from this area, but I mean, nonetheless, that's where some of the footage is at, or some of the shots were coming from the AP. Um, Again, it's not crazy to say that uh, this wildfire will continue to spread more. So this is the town that has the curfews that are in effect, and I mean this is quite unfortunate. Looking at the stream, it looks like didn't have it set once, but this is really. Uh, let me quickly just exit off your screen share real quick. Uh, but this is what I'm talking about, where uh, the the red line is where the shots of the burned, charred buildings are. And this area specifically, near La Hospital Penco Lirquén, um, this area is some of the areas that saw where you could see smoke rising up from the area. Um, so yeah, it looks like a majority of this town may have been completely burned, and we just won't know until the aftermath, until these fires are put out. These fires are still severely way out of control. Um, do you want to say anything or?
Um, about like an hour ago, the emergency the emergency alert an hour ago was activated for the sectors of Torreón, Caña Dulce, Las Nieves, Cucho, Itran, Chico Sur, Arayanes, Chudal, and Santa Marta. And yeah, those areas, they had the emergency alert activated for those areas for people to probably evacuate. That was an hour ago.
Is in which state is that? Is that in Bio Bio again?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Uh, all I'm getting is from the San Diego Metropolitan. Let me quickly pull up satellite again. And let me quickly just while I'm searching this up, let me just quickly pull you a pretty much conceptualizer of what the situation, or at least what the buildings within Concepcion downtown looks like. So let me quickly just do that.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
There are reports now that the forest fire has officially entered Concepcion from the north. There's a
Concepcion.
video from Los Carrera towards the El Manzano estate, and they're saying that the posts are saying that it has entered I guess the jurisdiction of the city of Concepcion.
Oh, I just searched up Argentina. Come on now. Okay. So northern Concepcion. So this would be near Chilancito, or would this?
It says the video from the post I'm reading this off of. It says Los Carrera, Concepcion.
Los Carrera. Uh, okay, I see it.
Towards the
Oh,
okay.
okay. So this is really close to downtown. Okay, so let me just. That is not good at all. Okay, so so if this report is true, then it's really implying that um the fire. So there's three possible scenarios. Either the fire is. Let me get the drawing pen. So there's really three possible scenarios. Either the fire is entering from this highway and it's spreading at this generalized direction, or the fire has already reached some of these areas and um, they've already reached some of these areas. Now I'm gonna assume, because there wasn't many reports from Aguas Dulces or Población Pedro Aguirre Cerda, that there was fires in their area. Um, but I'm gonna assume that it's the first option. And if so, then that is not good at all. Really not good, because this is only really a few miles from downtown. Well, a few miles from the coastline near Rio Bio Bio. And I understand that there's some areas near, like for example in San Valentin, where already fires have already been reported within that village, and so I mean there was already reports that the fires had reached this specific portion of river. Um, I We haven't heard anything from this area, and we haven't heard anything from these areas as well. Um, so it looks like uh, it could genuinely be a very bad scenario. So it does. I mean, it really does raise the question whether or not. Um, I mean, whether or not this is going to really reach downtown. And if you ask me, now that I'm being told this information, this looks like it genuinely does have the possibility of it entering. Um, that is really not good. Really not
It
good.
kind of it kind of reminds me, if you remember last year in California, the fire that affected Pasadena, or I believe it, and sorry, not the city of Pasadena, the Altadena, which I believe is a suburb of Pasadena, but that fire started on the slope of the mountains and advanced its way toward the suburbs of Altadena, and that completely like swept right through the kind of downtown area. Like it didn't just advance to like the line of houses along the slope of the mountains there. It blew its way right through into downtown. Like I remember videos showing like downtown itself burning, like businesses were burning. Um so like it kind of reminds me of that scenario. The wind right now I believe the wind right now is sort of sparing Concepcion a little bit because it's not blowing directly towards Concepcion. But if the majority of that wind, if it starts to, if all of that, if the whole like wind direction like shifts exactly towards Concepcion, then it's going to be a a very bad news for Concepcion if the wind shifts completely towards the city.
Yeah, Mike, I sent you a picture from Concepcion. Uh,
Hmm.
this is some of the views there. It looks like it's only really about a mile or two away from those areas. Um,
Hmm.
that is really not good at all. That is really what nobody wanted, and you know, I think the winds are expected to shift either I think tonight or early tomorrow morning towards Concepcion,
Oh.
which is really not good. Uh, and it's, I mean, let me just quickly draw on the map where we think the fires have are about to cross. But really, we're thinking that anywhere within this area, at least based on geolocating some of these pictures, I think that anywhere based on this area has already been hit, and that there's really just a perimeter covering the both. Um, and it looks like it could really start entering uh, these areas at any really at any chance that it has. If the wind starts shifting, then it will definitely start heading towards this way. The only thing that's sparing uh, Concepcion right now, and as Mike rightfully pointed out, is that the winds are not necessarily blowing towards Concepcion's direction, but they are blowing near Penco's direction, or they're blowing at Penco's direction and on Talcahuano's direction. So it looks like, quickly get rid of this. It looks like it's gonna be spreading around this general direction, and it's really what's sparing, again, sparing Concepcion. So it does. I mean, for now, it looks like Concepcion will be fine. We just we just gotta hope.
I have one more thing to add. I saw a video that was posted like about 45 minutes ago, and it's a plane trying to put, a plane spraying that fire retardant, or that
Hmm.
red fire retardant. It's dropping it near the sports field of of the University of Concepcion.
Oh my
And if you
God!
look at,
What?
yeah,
Hold on, I'm
it's
trying to.
spraying it. It's dropping it near the University of Concepcion, the sports fields there.
Is that where the fire is at, or is that like as a way to
Yeah, that's where
most?
the yeah that no, that's
Oh,
where the fire is at. Yeah, yeah,
oh Christ! Wow. Okay, so I see it now.
yeah.
I see it
I
now.
can I can. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so folks, I was not made aware of this at all. So I'm looking at the video right now. It looks like the fire is like right here. Uh, and it's the how do I put this? Yeah, yeah, okay. The helicopter is kind of like pretty much going in a direction to spray the fire retardant. Essentially, that's what makes the ground moisturized, so it can contain the water or it can contain the fire from spreading further. Um, I don't think it's officially hit the sports field yet. Do we know if the university's buildings have already been burnt down or if it's just like from the trail?
No, I don't think they've been burned down yet, but the fire is pretty close to the university like area, yeah.
Okay, so um, yeah, so that's not good at all. And again, the thing that's sparing this stadium, at least for now, based on wind direction, as we had previously mentioned, the thing that's sparing this area is really that the winds are blowing towards, well, not really sparing the area, but the winds are blowing away from the stadium towards what looks like it's going to be a neighborhood. Not really good at all, but the winds are blowing at this general direction, and I would not be surprised if we see reports of fires along this area in the coming few hours, especially during the nighttime hours. There's, I think, already evacuation orders for some of these neighborhoods in Concepcion. Wouldn't really surprise me. Um, so very worrying, very interesting to note. However, uh, this thing, I mean, yeah, this is really unfortunate. We've been live for about 40 minutes. We're gonna take a quick break around the 50-minute mark, um, for some troubleshooting issues as well. But just mind you, this is really close to where already some of the main areas within the city are already at. And because there's two universities, the University of Concepcion, the University of San Sebastian, and if indications are going the way that we think they're about to go, then we are in for a very, very bad time um, in the upcoming next few days, really, hours or day or two. We'll be right back. Hold on. We will be right back with more coverage after this. Stand by for This is a Disaster Central special report. My name is David Vela, reporting in from Houston, Texas, coming on the air for our final 8 minutes of coverage. We decided to do this hourly, and the next time we stream will be around. I think the next time we'll stream will be around the same time where Concepcion's downtown core starts, or not downtown, but inner core starts getting hit, or once some of the main suburbs within the outskirts of the city gets hit. So for our final 8 minutes, we are joined by, in our final 8 minutes, we're joined by Mike again, who's reporting from Ohio. How are we doing, and what do you think of the wildfires?
Pretty bad. I'm pretty worried. If the wild, I'm worried to see if the wildfires will go within the city limits of Concepcion or not.
Uh, do you know what the forecast is tomorrow? I think we had this conversation, like we just had this conversation as well, but just asking for the viewers, do you think that um, the weather will hold up?
Yeah. So the winds right now, from what I'm seeing, they're blowing to the northeast, and then from what I see, over the course of the next several hours, the winds will slowly turn more to the north and then to the northwest. And then by tomorrow at 5 a.m., the winds should be blowing to the northwest. And what I'm worried about is that obviously with wildfires, there's this term called spotting, where embers from the wildfires that are burning are blown by the wind to further areas, like more further away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then those embers will spark new wildfires in those areas, and it'll just basically make the wildfire even bigger and put more houses at risk and lives at risk. And so I'm worried that that spotting will happen based on the winds shifting. Um, Although from what I see, the winds are supposed to be much more lighter by tomorrow morning, but we'll have to see. I'm still worried whether or not something might happen, some sort of spotting, or the wildfire shifts more towards the city. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see.
Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, basically just what I said. I'm worried about the wildfire going into the city.
Yeah, and obviously, this is. I would say this again. I think yes. I think this was the biggest event for Chile last year. Wildfires last year were the biggest event of Chile last year, and the 2024 very clearly were. Um, I just I really hope that you know we I really hope that we get to a point these fires get put out immediately, and I also just really hope that um, we don't have more casualties than what we already have reported. Although unfortunately, there's based on indications, it looks like that number is most likely going to rise. Um, the weather should be much more calmer and cooler tomorrow, I think, um, and hopefully this will give firefighters within the area an opportunity to be able to put this fire out once and for all, or at least get to a huge step in trying to stop them and prevent and help save more lives. We will be live again on Disaster Central for more coverage when we are needed again in terms of this. Probably we will have more. We'll have an hourly update tomorrow at around the same time that we were live today. This has been a Disaster Central special report. We'll be right back with coverage when we're ever needed. Ciao, ciao. Good night.
Bye.